excited for this next act. You want to set them up?
Yes. We have another Countdown Improv Festival debut with us. And they're coming all the way from San Francisco. Whoa. They are a fantastic act. We are so excited to have them. And I believe their show is sponsored.
As a sponsor, their show is sponsored by Aaron in San Francisco. The message is, huzzah, huzzah! 'Tis a glorious summer indeed by our Bay Area's beloved Gamesome Frolic. Much success to our intrepid trio. As you may have surmised from this show's sponsorship, this next act improvises in the Shakespearean style. We are so excited for them. Can you put your hands together thunderously and welcome to the stage Gamesome Frolic.
Shaffer. With me on stage, of course, is Radhika. Thank you. And with me on stage is Diana Brown. And the three of us need something from you to get started. We need three things. First, we need an emotion.
Love.
I heard love most clearly. Thank you. We need a season.
Fall.
Summer. Fall. What? Many things I heard fall. All right. Love, fall.
And thirdly, we need an element or a force in nature.
Fire.
Tornado. Tornado was the intelligible one I heard first. Sorry.
The rest was just rubbish. Oh, they were all fabulous. Give yourself some more love. You're so good. You're so good. Thank you. Well, it is our pleasure now to present for you Fall's Tornado of Love. And so, it came to be that Desiree, the maid, the fair maid, hath made one promise to herself that she hath promised to keep. And a promise to keep is one does hold so close to one's own heart. And I'm afraid the promise she made was more of a bozo's heart. For you see, the love she chose was tumultuous yet tiny. She loved a man who was more like that of a horse's hiney. Now before you judge him, he was a tad bit short, but his personality was not. And though of stature tiny, and not so tall he be, our maid, she loved him, as love itself should be. Up on that shelf there lies honey,
that thou wouldst stand and sup. Allow me to reach it for thee.
Oh, that makes me feel not very manly, fair maid.
Oh dear,
I will
have
attempt it
emasculated
myself. Yeah.
And though he does talk so, it's never his prize he can claim, for his grasp falls far beyond his reach.
Why beest thou still here with me?
Well, though you are churlish and very, very tiny, it is true that I love thee fondly.
Love me like a brother, perhaps, for that is the love that I deserve it.
What is a maid to do when all she looks upon is told to lay elsewhere? And truth be told, I have lain with none. I have not yet been kissed, though my age be 41. Hear thee, hear thee.
I hear thee.
Well, it is the town criers' convention, is it not?
Oh, it's his for sure, Jeremy. What a beautiful morning. Good morrow to you.
And a morrow so good to you. I say, I'm thinking but to give up the crying business.
Oh, then wherefore would you like to quit the crying business?
Well, think upon it. We walk into towns, we know no one. We give them the news that we know very little of. Headlines only that we bellow in the streets, and then it is us we are off.
True, but there is mead that is generously offered to us, and that is very good. It helps me cry.
Aye.
Yeah.
And if the mead help thy cry, then I ask this of thee. What would thou do if thou be without mead? Would thy tears not fall from thy cheek? Wouldst thou simply sit with emotions churling inside like a tornado?
Perhaps. I have some fear in my heart that I must confess, Jeremy.
Oh.
About being a person without tears. Must I fall off this wagon or on this wagon and give up mead?
In truth, I must tell thee, the idea of giving up mead doth shake me to my very core, for mead is the very source of life that I have. Indeed, through my veins, it is mead, not blood, that runs.
Giving up the mead is making me cry so, Jeremy.
Then give it up not, my friend Gabriel. For mead is what we were fed on as tiny babies, for our mothers' dugs did not produce. And mead was what we were given when our fathers told us to go to the deuce.
That's true, Jeremy.
And mead is the thing upon which we sup when we can afford not money.
True, mead is everything.
Frankly, mead is all my honey.
Oh, 'tis a forest, 'tis an ocean, 'tis a tornado.
If a drink I could marry, it would be mead that I would wed.
Yes, if there is a cloth that I would don, it would be mead that I would wear.
Hey, if thou wouldst wear mead, then thou wouldst be wet and sticky all without.
Ooh, I do be just a tad bit turned on. I have never used that expression before.
Aye, it is seeming from a time not this.
A time when expressions were invented for the first time.
Think thee now what life would be if criers such as ourselves did not to town have to travel, but by some unusual device would send our very words to the ears of those hither and yon.
Oh, to a tap of a finger, perhaps.
Oh, thou dost think very large. I know not what contrivance of pulley and fulcrum could possibly send our voices such.
I know not what you speak, Jeremy.
Well,
But
to the pub for mead then.
to the pub for mead. you. Once again.
Well, I suppose I am here again. Though the first time that you have stopped to look at me like a friend, I happen to know there's a lady who finds you most toothsome, but that you would give her nothing, well, is most youthsome.
Thou beest the town crier, is it not?
I be the daughter of the town crier, yes.
Ah, it runneth in your family.
Oh yes, our mouths are quite large, and the verbosity with which we do produce various words do fall like leaves in the autumn.
Might I interest you in a tub, perhaps, of mead?
Why, a tub of
Not
mead?
just a gauntlet, a tub.
A tub?
A tub.
A tub, they say.
Yes.
You know, it's funny.
A doublet for a tub of mead.
On alt they roll it, thus. With a tub of mead, I would bathe within.
Here is 1/4 of a tub.
I see. I fear your tub was but a euphemism.
It is true.
I had so longed to soak myself within its alcoholic center and find within it my own sweet release.
Too many words.
It does come to our family. It is a shame, I must admit.
So, fair maiden, daughter of the town crier.
The town crier has been hearing many, many words. So excited am I cannot just sit. Listen, there is a lady that loves thee thus, but that you love her none. And she reached high upon a shelf to get the honey, and with that she was not one.
Is her name Desiree?
It is Desiree. Desiree be the one. I
She
asked.
is of a height too challenging for myself.
Nothing have I ever heard that is so very shallow.
Yes, shallow indeed. That is what they refer to me as.
I see.
Samuel the Shallow. It is where the kids like to play.
So the fault lies in your genetic disposition.
Correct, my father too was shallow. My grandmother extremely shallow. They used to call my great-grandfather a puddle.
And if your grandfather be a puddle, he be so small one could wade in him.
Correct.
I feel that a song is within thee that would like to escape.
Oh, really? Puddle. She was a puddle. There was only one thing she wanted to do. That was cuddle. Cuddle. But cuddles require arms to embrace. Correct. But she, being so short-statured, only received a kick. That wasn't even a good song, was it?
Oh, thou art much too hard upon thyself, for I have asked thee to sing in a way that was most unkind.
Was indeed. My esteem now is far lower than a puddle.
Draw thyself up and let me unto thee say, thou art strong and tall in mine eyes, and you notice I am of the same height. Would I steal her love? Within mine own heart I feel a certain climbing desire, like a storm gathering on the horizon with clouds bulbous and tempestuous. It makes me want to know of things like rollicking and bollocking.
Never have I encountered anyone of my height.
Perhaps if you follow me tonight, will be the night. thy bidding.
Right. All right.
You wish me to write, and write I shall.
I do. Please.
Right.
Please, anon. From the office of the Duke. The office of the Duke, I have but heard that the dwarfs have taken over.
My liege, if I may, the word dwarfs is no longer considered a correctness, both grammatical or personal.
Right. Short.
I will cross that out and write short.
Short.
Right?
Short, yes.
I will write.
For I am but 7 feet tall, and everything below 6 feet does seem dwarfish, but short. Short.
'Tis true, in one's own perspective is of a very high stature, it is very hard to see that those that fall beneath thee are anything but, well,
Correct.
less.
Is that a 6-year-old or is that an ant? I cannot tell. One day, there will be buildings the size of me.
A question, my liege.
Yes.
Am I to write all that thou hast said, or were you just monologuing?
No, I was monologuing.
Very good. I will wait patiently.
That would
until
be
the
off
letter.
the parchment.
Excuse?
Off the parchment.
Read
Just
to you.
between you and I.
I
I'm
must.
not for the town crier.
I must sadness tell you this. I can write, but read I cannot.
Of course. It is the 16th
Well, it was something
century.
you asked when I was hired, because you said the others before me did conspire. So I say unto thee this: I was taught only to write, but not to read, so that I would not know thy secrets.
Right.
And my brain is small, so nothing stays within once I have heard it.
Right. So, which means that it is between twixt you and I. Correct?
Even less, it is betwixt thee and the parchment.
Right. All right, let's go.
I will allow thee to read thy own words that I
Right.
have writ.
People below the...
That I did cross out.
Oh, right.
I think you're beginning to see how your own favor has fallen with the people, for your very high esteem of thyself matches my height.
Right.
And your low esteem of them matches, well, your feet.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, no more puddles. Puddles are banned.
I will strike it from the records.
Okay.
But when the rain doth fall, how would we keep the puddles at bay?
Okay, drought for 60 years. I decree drought for 60 years.
I will write it thus, but my lord, unless thou hast control of the heavens,
Drought for 60 years, I say.
so it shall be done.
Right. Sweating is disallowed. Sweating, no sweating. I'm sure the townspeople would agree sweating is not very pleasant.
I dare tell him not that without sweating, one's own humors turning ill inside would curdle like so much cheese, and everyone would expire.
Also no love, especially in the fall.
This would suit him because no one loves him at all.
Yeah, no love, because love doth include liquids.
If it's done
No
correctly.
love, no love.
Sometimes I wonder if my lord is actually right in the head. There was a time that he loved greatly, truly even, but his own true love did leave him. Have any of you here lost love that I care for so much? Yes. Then I lay down my parchment quill and ask of thee, tell me, what was the feeling when love left you alone? I hear right here a maid so fine, and the words would form a ditty. For having her love leave her behind, she felt, let's face it, shitty. Is there anyone else here who has had a loss of love so true? Your hand is raised, I would love if I could hear from you. Tell me now, when love did leave you, tell us both right now, how did it leave you feeling?
In despair.
Oh, I cannot cry, for it is outlawed.
It is outlawed, and you so did, and add to her despair. And how could anyone leave a lady there, oh so fair? Our tale is nearly at an end, our story not tied up. But let's face it all, the hour is late, and I'm sure you want to sup. And so we thank you from our hearts for the chance for us to frolic. We hope your lives are bright and shiny and everything bucolic.